Hi, folks. Just did a quick update to our project and to our template file. So I'm going to run through this again. Also want to note this is worth 25% of our grade. So please take that in mind and into consideration when you are, in fact, creating this. So again, we're going to choose an object that we're going to create by just using type. When we say an object, it could be an image you find online as long as it is very good resolution, or something that perhaps you want to take a photograph of or an existing photo you have. Using one font or a variation, as long as it's they look good together and they appropriately create our image, go for it. And any color of your choice. So we'll start by downloading that template file. So when we download our template file, we have a few layers here. Just cleaning these up a little bit. So we have, or a couple layers. We have a working layer and an image layer. I want you to ensure you click on your image layer. So this green layer, we can bring our image in a couple of ways. I can go ahead and I can drag and drop that image in there. Or again, keeping that image layer selected, file, place, and then place that image right in there. So once we have that, we can scale and size it appropriately. Again, perhaps something a little more involved than this picture. This is just as a quick reference. So now that we have our image in there, we're going to double click this image. What I want to do is we get this image up here and I'm going to select dim images too. By default, I believe this says 50%. I prefer 30%, but you're welcome to adjust it to the transparency of your liking and you'll see what happens in a brief moment. And we press OK. So now we've screened our image back and we have a little more availability and a little more freedom to start working with that image and to start plunking type on there. So without the actual image distracting us too much. Again, or sorry, next step is we lock. Please be sure that that image layer is locked. We do not want this unlocked. We are not working on this layer. We need to keep that locked up. And now we're going to go ahead and click the working layer. Then I'm going to go ahead and hit the type tool. And you can use any type you would like. And we can go ahead and start to fill our image in. All right, and then we can maybe use something a little bit brighter over here. And then we just continue on. Because of the nature of this assignment, where you're going to end up with lots of working pieces and lots of working parts, I do strongly suggest you working in multiple layers. So I have one working layer. I can rename this to say leaf 1. And now I'm going to add another layer. You can change the color of your layer. So if you have 2 green layers, if you double click, you can hit color. I can change that to blue. I just prefer the variation. And then here we are. You're going to rotate. And we start to fill in the elements and fill in the pieces here. Again, using just type. You can use any words you would like. Obviously, the effort you put into maybe for it to be more appropriate to your image is good, as that makes it relevant. And then we can call this leaf 2. And then if we need to get a visual, now that we have our image layer in here, we can hide that and bring it back. And again, if we want to bring the opacity of that image up a little bit higher, we can double click and then we can uncheck that dim image and then we can see that a little bit more. Again, it's a little bit distracting when you're putting the type on there. So I do, again, suggest you dim that image and keep working. Save often. with all this type in here, it will take up a decent amount of space in your file. So continuously press save. So if anything crashes at any time, you are safe. Now we just continue on. Again, it notes here to save often. We've provided the template in there. I do want an outlined AI file. I don't want a PDF file. Again, to be clear, AI file. So we're just going to outline our fonts. Once we're complete, Command A, and then Command Shift O, save as an AI file, and then we submit our AI file. Good luck.